Hey everybody, this is Matt from End Sickness. Today I'm going to talk about how living in the present moment expedites your healing process when you're dealing with a chronic illness like mast cell activation, histamine tolerance, autoimmune disease. First, let me say, I'm not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice based on my personal experiences for informational and educational purposes only. So why would living in the moment really help you if you have a chronic illness? Isn't it all just a physical thing? Isn't it all because of some infection or something going on with some nutrient deficiency or whatever? No, it's not true, right? If you're living in the moment, then you're actually paying attention to what's in front of you and you're fully engaged. And when you're fully engaged, you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future, okay? If you think about the past, usually there's some type of sadness or depression. If you're thinking about the future, there's some type of anxiety, right? And if you're living in the moment, in that moment, you're fully 100% focused on what's right in front of you, like I am in this video, guess what? Then you're not thinking about your symptoms, okay? Yeah, at some point in time, you may have physical symptoms. You may be in the moment, you may see your symptoms and say, oh, but you got to be then in the moment with something else. You got physical symptoms that show up, pay attention to something you really love. Watch how you don't pay attention to the symptoms while you're fully present in that moment, enjoying something that you love. So being present is your one full escape to this chronic illness, mentally, physically, etc. You got to find activities that demand your attention and keep you interested enough that you remain fully present. You know, for me, it was listening to music. It was going on walks. It was, it was meditating, deep breathing. It was playing basketball, shooting basketball. It was, being with my daughter. It was writing. It was things that engaged my interest fully so that I forgot I was sick at that moment. Because you're not going to be able to get better if you remember over and over again that you are still sick and you're realizing it in your reality. Because there's something called the law of attraction, okay? Law of attraction shows and states that whatever you focus on only grows, okay? So if you're focused on your illness constantly focused on your illness, guess what? You're gonna get sicker. You're not gonna get better because you're constantly reminding yourself that it's there. And by reminding yourself it's there, then it remains there, right? But if you start to focus a little bit more on other things, next thing you know, you think less and less about your illness. You start living life again. And by being fully present in those things, in those events, you allow your body to start the healing process because the nervous system comes out of fight or flight. The nervous system starts to calm down. And when the nervous system calms down, it tells the rest of the body, hey, everything's okay. Calm down. It's time to heal. When you're in fight or flight and you're constantly in that state where you're thinking about something in the future that's concerning, or you think about something in the past that you did that was your regret, or or was harmful, or something someone did to you or whatever, then you're in that constant state of fight or flight and nervous system activation, and that's not going to allow you to heal. You have to get out of nervous system activation. You got to get out of that neuroinflammatory state. You got to calm your body down, calm your brain down, calm your breathing pattern down. If this is how you heal. So if you want to learn how to be fully present, you're like, wow, Matt, this is too tough. For me, it was very, very tough. I was constantly living in the future, or was constantly thinking about the past and what I should have did. So it helped me to train me to become perfectly aware and in the moment was slow, deep breathing. Okay, all I would do is put both of my hands on my knees, like I'm doing right now, and I'd breathe in. And I'd hold it for a couple seconds and breathe out. All the way into the point where there was no air left that could come out possibly. And this was absolutely, absolutely critical to being able to learn how to be present. Once I was able to do this, I could slow my mind down enough that I could be present. But when my mind was chronically activated in that nervous system state, chronically activated nervous state of my nervous system, and when my thoughts were racing, it was like impossible to be able to really calm myself down and look at what's right in front of me. So the slow, deep breathing was critical for me. I did it, I had to do it 25 to 40 minutes twice a day for a period of a couple weeks just to really get out of the fight or flight fully. And then from there, my life changed. I started to see things from a different perspective, and I was able to be present more. I was able to actually be involved more and not always be distant and detached and focus on things that happened in the past or the future. And this was life-changing. It allowed my body to fully heal, the final steps of healing, heal from the trauma, the physical state, the nervous system activation, etc. So if you have questions about this, reach out to me. Go to my website, endsickness.org. I got hundreds of articles, hundreds of videos on there. Thanks for watching. Be present, everybody.